You know what's crazy? The queen in chess, the most powerful piece on the board, wasn't always that way. Stick with me, because in fact, she started off as the weakest, barely noticeable. One little square, one tiny diagonal step. That's all she had. No power, no range, no real respect on the board. But isn't it wild that how something that looks small today can grow into the very thing that carries the most influence tomorrow? You see, when chess began in India and Persia, the queen wasn't even called the queen. She was the vizier, better known as the counselor. She was basically powerless. But then everything changed, because in Europe during the 1400s, the queen was unleashed. She was no longer trapped in one tiny move. She could now sweep across the board in every direction, from powerless to powerful, from restricted to limitless. What was once overlooked became the very piece that everyone now feared, and what was once ignored became unstoppable. What if the very thing you think is holding you back is actually preparing you to lead? You know, that reminds me of Zechariah 4 verse 10. It says, "Do not despise small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." I want you to notice something. God doesn't just rejoice in the outcome. He rejoices in the beginning, in the first step, in the faith to move forward, even when the move looks small. You know, we often celebrate the queen sweeping the board, but God celebrates the moment she takes that very first step. That means He's not just with you when you arrive. He's with you while you're still becoming. And isn't that just like our walk with Christ? Sometimes we feel like pawns, limited, weak, insignificant. Maybe even like the old queen, just moving one small step at a time. But when we stay faithful, when we keep showing up, when we work as unto the Lord, He has a way of turning what was once overlooked into something powerful. From pawn to queen, from the back of the line to the front of the boardroom. So let me ask you, what's your one step of faith today? Because I know in my own life, there have been seasons I felt like it didn't matter. Like my moves didn't carry any weight whatsoever. And if I'm being fully transparent, I still have those moments. But God was training me in those small steps. And today I can look back and honestly say that those small beginnings weren't wasted. They were preparation for influence and strength. And tomorrow, they will be a reminder to stay humble and true. Because humility isn't weakness. It's the strength that keeps us steady when God elevates us. So here's my encouragement for you. Don't despise your season of small beginnings. Keep moving forward, even if it feels just like one small diagonal square at a time. Because in Christ, your story isn't finished. One day, that faithful piece that everyone overlooked might just become the strongest one on the board. And maybe, just maybe, that strongest piece could be you.